afternoon, Pio Nation. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Matt Williamson.
And I am Corey McFan.
And you are watching Marietta College Esports. So we have our Valorant team to be going up against Manchester University as part of the Great Lakes Esports Conference. We've already done the map picks and bans. We're getting everyone in the lobby. So we're going to go over who's going to be playing for today. And then we'll take a look at those map picks and bans. So I'm just going to go through here, no necessarily particular order, but we have freshman Walker Dale Wave playing. We will have freshman Osvaldo Nieno Oxycron playing. We have freshman Octavia Pedron Edible Drywall playing. And we have sophomore Jasmine Smith Weenie Hutt Jr. playing. And we have senior Spence playing. And of course, we have our head coach, Derek Games. It is fall break, so most of our students on campus, there is one that is playing remotely, but that is fine within the GLEC rules. But we are getting everything set up. So while we are doing that, we'll first take a look at the picks and bans, if I can get that set up. So here we go. It's already been selected, so we can take a look at those picks and bans. Now, I believe the order is going to be Fracture first, and we see that Marietta will be defending. The second map will be Ascent, where Marietta will defend again. And then if we do go to a map 3, it will be Icebox. So, Corey, any thoughts about these particular maps with what's being picked?
Well, Fracture with the rework, it is a lot more balanced for both attacker and defender side. So after that rework, has gotten a lot better in my opinion. Ascent, honestly, I've never had a problem with Ascent. Ascent's always been one of my favorite maps. Just because of just the way it plays and how smooth you can attack and defend. Icebox, on the other hand, Marietta has been struggling on Icebox, so it'll be interesting to see if we go to map 3. It'll be interesting to see if they can pull through on Icebox this time around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that's been kind of one of their first choices for a while, but as you said, they haven't had as much luck on it lately, so they didn't make that their first choice. They actually chose Fracture first, so we will see how that goes. All right, while we were waiting to get things underway, we'll go over a couple of announcements. So first, we're going to give shout-outs to one of our supporters, HyperX, the official peripheral sponsor for Marietta College Esports, for providing keyboards, mice, headsets, and mouse pads for our facility. We also have their microphone that we're using in our broadcasting room. If you would like to get your own HyperX gear, please be sure to go to hyperx.gg/MariettaES. The QR code is up on your screen. They are amazing. Our students love them. Yeah, we're a pretty big fan of the products that HyperX has provided for us. Also want to give a shout out to Over the Moon Pizza for their support. So every now and then they will have game nights at their restaurant on Front Street in Marietta. They did it last Tuesday, and I think they're going to do it again this coming Tuesday and Thursday. So they'll have switches up and students can play, and then they'll also be airing our matches that will be streaming. So like next Tuesday, we have both League of Legends and Overwatch playing, so we'll have to figure out which one we're going to be streaming at the time. And then Thursday, we'll have Rainbow Six and Overwatch. So we got quite a few things going on next week. So if you're in the Marietta area, please be sure to go check it out on Tuesday and Thursday. Also, kind of give a schedule for what's going on. So, of course, right now we have our Valorant match against Manchester. And tomorrow, we will have our Fortnite team back, where they'll be participating in the NACE Star League Fortnite competition. This is going to be Split 2. So, Split 1 was a traditional format with building capabilities. Split 2, there will be the no-build option. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Fortnite team handles that, since there won't be really the ability to use materials and build forts. So it'll be 4 games starting at 3 o'clock, so please be sure to check that out. We haven't created the schedule for next week's matches, so I'll be working on that later today, and we'll get that out on our social media channels by tomorrow. So that means please be sure to follow us here on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Instagram for the schedule updates and announcements and all that. But okay, we are getting the ready checks, so we should be starting very soon. And if I remember, Marietta's going to be defending, so I'm going to make sure I have the right button ready to go as soon as they get started. But we're just waiting for the ready button. They said they were ready, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I think so.
I thought I read that right. Okay, now we're getting in. So we are going to be on Fracture first. So let's look at agents. Anything interesting this so early in the agent selection phase?
I mean, as far as like Marietta's picks, those are about like the typical picks that they go with every time. Like the Killjoy is a very popular pick with Weenie Hunt Jr. there, as well as Breach has been known to play. Edible Drywall has been known to play Breach from time to time. As far as Manchester, not really anything too special. The Neon could be a valuable asset for them, depending on how well they can use their ultimate or how well they can use their peaks.
And we're also seeing the Brimstone coming out for Manchester as well. We haven't seen him a whole lot in our matches. And Wave actually is going to lock in the Neon.
Ooh,
I don't think I've seen him play the Neon.
That's a new pick from Marietta right there. Having Wave on that duelist role, and on Neon at that. Very aggressive playstyle.
Choose your agent.
And Spence is hovering over the Reyna, hasn't locked it in. Hisoka is going to bring out the Viper. Okay, now we're getting the lock-ins. All that's left is Q for Manchester. Look at that KO. And he will lock it in. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I mean, we got, with Wave on the Neon, we're definitely have to pay careful attention to that to see how that goes.
Very balanced picks amongst both teams, though.
Now, how would we so you said it's balanced, but how would you say, since Marion is going to be starting on defense first for this composition, how do you think that's going to go?
Well, Neon, for example, comboed with Breach's stuns. Breach can stun him from literally almost anywhere on the map, and Neon can just push them from there. Like, there's a lot of combinations that from both teams that could be very useful here.
Yeah, so we'll see how things go. Marietta will be defending first. We see 2 over at site B, 3 at site, well, technically 2 at A. Edible Drywall is kind of in the middle there. And it's looking like that Manchester's going to be heading over to site B. Kind of going all in for it. Edible Drywall does get 1 down. We're going to see most of the Pioneers starting to collapse over to Site B, although Hisoka is going to stay on Site A just in case of a rotate. Spence did take quite a bit of damage during that fight, but he's still up. But now we're starting to see that rotate by Manchester, heading over to Site A. And Hisoka does go down, and the rest of the Pioneers are going to start heading over.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Manchester will get the plant. Neon Wall is going to come out. But Marietta's going to have to start getting some kills, and as we see a 1-for-1 trade. Junior does take 1 down, but needs to start working on the defusing.
I've died right now. 1 enemy remaining.
And I don't know if Junior is going to have enough time. And just barely misses it.
Very close call right there. Very well played on Manchester to to rotate there, get that kill on the Viper, and get the plant off.
Yeah, I think just Marietta took too much time to respond after the plant. That will give Manchester a bit of an advantage in this round. We see Manchester looking at site B again. And we see Marietta falling over to site B again. But edible drywall is going to go down.
Spike planted.
And we're seeing that Manchester does get the spike planted. And Wave gets a great kill, and so does Hisoka, but Wave is going to fall. Spence does get one. But now it's 2v2. Hisoka very low on health. But once again, Marietta has to take him out. But Spence is the only one remaining. He gets one. I don't know if he's going to have enough time, though. He's going to go for it. And that one was a clutch. Oh my goodness, that was close.
They're nothing to me.
Characters like Reyna really do thrive on those, like, they not only, like, are good for, like, entering onto a site, but they do thrive in, like, the 1v2 situations just because of, like, how their kit works, because if they get one kill, that just gives them the opportunity to, like, frag on another kill, because they can either heal or they can fade away and get information.
So we're getting a little bit of lag here. Okay, now we're back. We're going to see Wave is already going to spot at least one on the other side of the map. And Spence may be going to catch one. He does get one. That's going to put Marietta in a very good situation, but it's looking like Hisoka's going to fall, and Manchester is eyeing site A. And Spence is already popping his ultimate. So very interesting that he's able to do that at round 3, by the way, for that matter. And Wave is going to get one. And Weenie Hut Jr. may be looking at a flank from behind. Gets one and two. Huge play there by Weenie Hut Jr. And Wave is going to be looking for the last one. Does take him down, and Marietta takes the lead.
You said that it was, like, kind of surprising that Spence had his ultimate by round 3, but, like, that clutch beforehand, he got the 2 kills, which each gave him a point on his ultimate, plus the defuse, gave him a 3rd one, and then another kill early in that round.
That's true, yeah, because he got a lot of ultimate points from all that.
Getting those frags are very important.
Go, go, go!
Alright, so round's begun. And it looks like Manchester is looking at site A once again. Wave is rotating around. And already gets a pick onto the Neon.
Face your fear!
And ultimate comes out for Manchester. Hisoka's going to fall. Now Marietta's going to come in. Wave does fall, but Spence is going to get 1 kill. Manchester does get the plant, 3v3. But edible drywall gets taken down. Spence gets blind, he uses the smoke. Weenie Hut Jr. does get 1 down. Spence gets 1, so only 1 remains.
Last player standing.
And he's going to be looking to defuse. Takes a lot of damage from that Hellfire by the Brimstone. But I think, and unfortunately Spence does fall. It's just a great ultimate there by the Brimstone.
Very great ultimate. Plus the molly there at the end. Even if Spence did get that frag, I do not believe he would have had time to get the to defuse the spike.
Yeah, he was just did a very good job on just delaying Spence's ability to take him down. If he...
Very good use of his abilities right there for the Brimstone.
Kill them.
Marietta does have 2 ults available, while Manchester only has 1.
And we're going to see Wave already popping his ultimate. So he's going to try to see. And I think he's getting the signal that Manchester is looking at Site B. But he gets taken down, unfortunately, which is going to be huge for Manchester. Spence does get 1.
Strike down B.
Benihana Jr. goes down, though. Hisoka gets 1 kill. Looking for more. Right now it's 3v3. The Brimstone is very low on health.
Poison orb emitting.
Double dribble goes down, but Hisoka gets a kill. Looking for a second.
Enemy remaining.
Spence is going to be able to get him down. Now gets a 3k, and Marietta secures the round.
Ulting very early like that really, like Wave did there, really depends on like just guessing right on where they're gonna be. Because once you pop that ultimate, you are on a timer for that ultimate. So,
Yeah, and to be fair, like the past couple of rounds, we saw that Manchester was going towards side A and had the 2 kind of flanking from the back. So he thought maybe they were doing the same thing, but found out they weren't there.
Yeah, very unlucky there, but Marietta was still able to pull it through in the end and get the win.
You want to play? Let's play.
And the chamber ult for Manchester is going to be coming out. Marietta will have to respect that. Right now, Manchester's taking their time on this
Poison
one.
orb emitting.
This is actually very interesting. It's almost like Manchester is playing a little bit of defense themselves to see if Marietta roams, because Wade has been roaming quite a bit, but nothing is really happening. Like everyone's waiting for the other team to make a move. It's really interesting because no one is in each other's line of vision.
30 seconds left.
And because of this, Manchester's kind of losing a lot of time here. Hisoka will get 1, gets 2, but does end up going down, and now Manchester is beeline for
10 seconds
the site.
Planted.
Wave gets 1 down, they get the spike planted,
Enemy remaining.
but only 1 remains, and Marietta takes down Manchester, so they will be able to defuse the spike.
Very interesting play from Manchester there. They put themselves, by waiting so long to actually make a move, they put themselves in a position where they had to like rush, and because of that, they lost 2 people in the process of getting onto site.
Yeah, it was very... I think what they were trying to do was, like, we saw Wave roam kind of along the top side a lot, so I think they were waiting to see if he was roaming, but he didn't buy it this time. They didn't take the bait, and everyone just kind of stood still for at least a minute without making any movements. Marietta is up 4-2. They have 4 ultimates ready. We're going to see Manchester looking at Site B. Wave has spotted 1.
Can't use it.
And Edible Drywall does get one.
Down B.
Spence is going to fall, though. Right now it is a 4v4. Winnie Hut Jr. gets taken down. Wave gets one, gets two, but he ends
One
up
enemy
falling.
remaining.
So only one remains for Manchester.
Last player standing.
Edible Drywall goes down, so it's just Hisoka that's left. And unfortunately loses the gunfight, and Manchester will take the round.
Yeah, that round just came down to who's gonna win that last gunfight, and Manchester was able to come out with that win.
So it's 4-3. Marietta's still up by one, but Manchester is not too far behind. It's been really a back and forth bout here.
Both teams have a lot of ultimates to use at their disposal, though.
Yeah,
Shy
so-
of both Neon ult and the Chamber ult for Manchester.
I would. Interesting that Marietta didn't use any ultimates last time. And Spence does get picked off. And we're going to see Hisoka's going to be using the Toxic Cloud.
Poison's off. Watch out.
Now we do see that wave does get taken down.
Dead.
Edible Drywall gets one.
Powerless. Can't use that.
And right now Manchester is going all in to site B.
Can't use that.
Spike planted.
Winnie Hunt Jr. does go down.
Screen down.
Brimstone Ultimate's going to be coming out. Edible Drywall falls, and so does Hisoka. So that was just utilization of Manchester's ults to take the round.
There was a lot of ults used there. Viper ult was used on the side of Marietta over on site A, so it didn't really get any value. But also they used their breach ult as well to like sort of try to retake site after Manchester planted. And Manchester utilized their KO ult and their Brimstone ult to get onto site and for post plant.
So it is 4 apiece now.
Turret out.
And Manchester is eyeing site A. The wave tried to take down the chamber, gets teleported, but he's going to get taken down. And so will Hisoka. The Marietta has a huge numbers disadvantage while Manchester
planted.
does plant the spike.
Stealing sight.
At this point, I mean, Winnie Hut Jr. does take out one,
Last player standing.
but Edible Drywall is the only one that's remaining. Deals some damage to the KO, but I don't think there's really much he can do. At this point, the best thing to try to do is just save.
Very unlucky for Marietta to get picked off so early on side A and giving Manchester I think it was a 5-3 advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now Manchester's up. They took 3 rounds in a row. But Marietta has to watch those early picks, because we've seen that a couple rounds now where they're just either getting caught, they're not getting the headshots they need, so they're going to have to try to clean that up. They still have 3 ultimates. So see if any of them get used. And it's looking like they're going to be two. Like Hisoka has adjusted and not just parking at site A, but instead going with Wave to try to see if anyone is in that back area. Not going to find anything, but that does mean that site A is going to be exposed.
Face your fear!
And the ultimate will come out, and that's going to signal that Manchester is going all in for site A.
Spike planted.
So now Marietta's basically going to have to be on the offense. Hisoka and Spence do get 2 down. This is going to be their opportunity to press forward. Spence does fall though. And Marietta's going to be working on trying to defend Winnie Hunt Jr., who does fall while defusing. But Marietta's running out of time. They're going to have to try to work on defusing.
Take this! I didn't come here to die. One enemy remaining.
And they do an edible drywall with a 2K and just get the clutch there. Well, it doesn't call it a clutch, but I think it was a clutch.
And it's a clutch diffuse there, and having the ability to have someone there to just watch your back while you're defusing is very useful.
Yeah. Still a little close for comfort, but they came out with the win.
Yeah, a little too close for comfort. Now, Marietta does have 2 ults at their disposal, Neon and Reina, and Manchester has their own Neon ult to work with.
Although I do like how Hisoka made adjustments and not just stay inside A, but kind of went around to help in case there wasn't any roaming. But now Mary's going to see that Manchester's going on A. Edible Drywall does go down.
Turret out! I'm pissed!
Now it's an Neon ult's going to be coming out for Manchester. Spence does go down.
Poison's off. Spike planted.
And Hisoka there with 2 kills. It's going to help even things up. Hisoka actually with a 3K.
Enemy remaining.
Hisoka actually got a 4K while Wave took down the 5th, and Marietta will be able to defuse the spike.
Just a lot happened there between those two.
Yeah, I know. We were watching the fight with Wave, but Hisoka just took out 2 more while that was going on. So Hisoka was on
Last
fire
round
that
in the
round.
half.
They were just winning the gunfights at that point.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like Hisoka was able to take out 2 without them noticing. Like he was very careful and just be able to pick 2 from behind. But now this is the last round before the swap, and Marietta has 3 ultimates. So they need to use them here. I mean, we haven't seen Wave use his ult for a little bit. Spence has been keeping his ult for a little while. We talked before about utilizing your utility.
Marietta's got to be careful about Manchester's KO ultimate.
And Wave does get taken down. And Manchester's going to be eyeing site A, but Spence does a great kill on the chamber.
You are
And there's the KO ultimate. The edible drywall goes down. And so does Hisoka.
Last player standing.
And Spence is the only one remaining. I mean, might as well pop the ultimate. It's the last round.
Planted.
You said that Reyna is really good at 1v2. How about 1v4?
That really just depends on how good your aim is.
But
Switching sides.
yeah, so Manchester does tie it up, and Barry had 3 ultimates and only used 1 of them.
Yeah, so 2 of those ultimates are just never to be used. Very unfortunate there, but they were taken down before they could use their ultimate.
Well, I would think like Hisoka could have just used the Poison Cloud right on the side because he was there for a little bit. Could have popped it, and that might have stalled things for onto Manchester.
Especially last round of the half, there's really no reason to not use it.
So now Marietta will be on attack. And they are eyeing Site B. And we're seeing an immediate stun coming out by Manchester. Chambers going to teleport away. And Hisoka does get one, but he's going to fall himself, so it's a 1-for-1 trade. And Wave gets a great kill onto the chamber. But Wave is going to fall. Edible Drywall gets killed, but Weenie Hut Jr. goes down. Edible Drywall will start planting. It does get the plant off.
Last player standing.
And Edible Drywall falls. And I don't know what Spence was doing there. But
I believe he went for a knife there at the end. Very, very risky play right there.
yeah, I mean, I think that was a little greedy and they got punished for it.
And it lost Marietta that round, and Manchester is now in the lead by 1 point.
And because it's the second round on the new swap, Manchester's going to have a pretty big advantage.
Economy-wise, yeah.
Cutting their vision.
And so try to take out a couple of things. And we might see right there, never mind. And that's 2 already down for the Pioneers. Edible Drywall Weenie Hut Jr. will fall back and rotate to side A. And Spence gets picked off. Now, I'm noticing, especially in this round, a lot of times people are using their knife. And I mean, do they move faster when they're holding the knife?
Yes. It's just like in CSGO. If you're holding your knife out, you do run faster.
Player standing.
Yeah, it seems like the downside to that, though, is if they get caught, they don't have time to swap to the weapon to get picked off, and that's what happened a lot in this round.
Yeah.
And that'll be another round for Manchester.
Flawless. There.
So Marietta's going to be spending their econ and get the weapons they need, so we'll see if they can get back this. They're down by 2.
There. 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 Go, go, go.
And they are going all in for Site A. There's a 1-for-1 trade, but Hisoka's also going to fall.
Out of charge.
But a great headshot there by Weenie Hut Jr. Hunt Jr. will start the plant. Wave does get a kill, and Marietta gets a spike down.
Take this. I'm out of
So
here.
now it's 2 for 2. Or 2v2, I should say. And Manchester's going to have to start making a move.
One enemy.
Wave takes down one.
I'm out of here.
And Winnie Hunt Jr. is going to finish him off, and Marietta will get the round.
Very smart plays all around. It seemed like with the neon wall, it kind of hid Weenie Hut Jr. there for a second, so they couldn't see her as they passed by. But having those swarm grenades from KJ for post plant, just better to hide and just wait for them to start defusing to set those off.
Yeah, very good patience by Marietta to wait because Manchester has to go in and make the move. You don't need to go look for them. You can just wait for them to come in, and you're able to capitalize on it. An edible drywall with a very early kill on the Brimstone. And that's going to be Marietta's opportunity to head for Site A. We do see some from Manchester heading over. Winnie Hunt Jr. will start the plant. And they will get the spike plant. Edible drywall does fall in the process. But Wave is going to get a kill onto the chamber.
You should run.
And Killjoy is going to be popping the ultimate, but she falls. But Wave and Spence are going to get a couple kills themselves. So the KO is the only thing that's remaining. And it's looking like Killjoy is just going to save. So I'm starting to think Spence may just sacrifice himself for the greater good, but he might be able to get out. Never mind.
He does end up going down the spike. Very unfortunate there.
Well, I mean, it was between either getting killed by the spike and making sure that KO doesn't head over there, or leaving early and possibly KO trying to come in from behind. But Marietta does secure the round. Now it's tied up 8 apiece.
Very well played by Marietta. Edible Drywall getting that first early pick. Very aggressive on Marietta's behalf, but it worked. And for post plant, popping that Killjoy ult, slowing down their push, or forcing Manchester's hand. Both worked.
So see, Marietta does have 3 ultimates ready, so we'll see if any of them get used. Marietta's taking their time on this one. Now about a minute remains in the round.
In sight. Here we go.
And Neon's gonna be popping the ultimate. And does get one from it. And now Marietta's gonna start collapsing, although Weenie Hunt Jr. does go down. 1-for-1 trade in the middle. But Marietta's running out of time, and we're gonna see that they're gonna fall back and rotate over to Site A. Double drywall is going to be waiting in case anyone is over there, but we're going to see Hisoka's going to start planning. Should have enough time to get the spike planted, and does it. And Drive needs to turn around. And ends up falling. Marietta is trying to delay as much as they can. Wave gets 3 down.
One enemy remaining.
Ahsoka gets 1 down. And I think they're going to be able to do it. Wave may take the bullets.
Go, go, go!
He's going to try to get away, but he does end up falling. But they do get the round.
And very close to getting that kill in the chamber, too. If he would have pulled that off, that would have been very good for Marietta. And those first 2 early picks coming from Wave with the Neon ultimate. Very, very valuable kills right there.
Yeah, getting that early kill on the Brimstone was definitely a clutch. But it just seemed like they were taking a lot of time early on. Edible Drywall gets the Neon down.
Off your feet!
And we're going to see that breach all coming out. And there's a trade, 1-for-1 trade, but Edible Drywall is going to go down. So it's now going to be 2v3. Edible, I'm sorry. Winnie Hut Jr. is going to rotate, but Hisoka is going to catch the KO.
Toxin screen down. Don't get in my way.
And going to use that Toxic Cloud as cover. So Marietta will be able to plant.
One enemy remaining.
And great catch there by Hisoka. So it's just the chamber that's left.
Here. Here.
And time is running out on the spike. And Hisoka does get the kill.
But not as clever as you think.
And this time everyone survives the spike for Marietta.
Seems like what Hisoka's doing here is he's kind of waiting for Manchester to rotate either way, and sort of just coming in behind him, is waiting and see if Marietta needs to rotate. That way, if for whenever Manchester rotates back, he can cut them off and get some easy kills.
Yeah, we saw he was able to capitalize on that. Pioneers are up 10-8. Chamber for Manchester is already going to be popping the ultimate. So one of the downsides for Marietta right now is they don't have any ultimates ready. So now they got to deal with the Chamber ult as well as KO can pop his ultimate whenever. Once again, Marietta is just kind of taking their time. And what's really interesting here is the KO is going to come from behind, but Marietta is going to start pressing forward. KO was looking for a possible flank. And they are getting pinched, but they are going to start moving in towards Site B. And unfortunately does get taken down.
Player standing.
One down.
So at this point, Hisoka's going to just try to take down as many as he can. But that chamber ult is definitely causing problems.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
Hisoka does get one down.
Thrifty.
So at least if they're going to lose the round, he was able to take out a couple beforehand.
And be able to stay alive. That was a round where we really saw those abilities come into play, especially that chamber ult.
Yeah, it just kind of stopped Marietta in their tracks.
Pretty sure I saw Chamber get like 2 or 3 kills with that.
At least 2.
At least 2.
And KO still has his ultimate ready to go. Now it's 10-9. Round has begun. Marietta is going to look at site A. And using the cover, but Wave is going to go down. And Soda Spence didn't even see that the Brimstone was there. Ahsoka does get 1 kill. Spot the KO, throws out the Toxin. And he's going to get taken down, so it's just Edible Drywall and Weenie Hut Jr.
Thirty seconds left.
They're running out of time. And
Last player standing.
it gets picked off. Cable was right there, ready.
Got the spike.
Edible Drywall gets 1 down, but I don't think he's got enough time to plant.
10 seconds left.
And he gets picked off, and Manchester takes another round.
It is now tied 10-10 for both teams. This game is just a toss-up. It's. I have a feeling this is going to go to overtime.
It could very well go into overtime. And, well, here's the problem, though. Manchester has 3 ultimates ready. And I would expect them, at least one of them being used in this round to try to secure it. So if they try to do one ult after another, they could take the map. Marietta is almost ready for ultimates. Weenie Hut Jr. just needs 1 more ult point. Now we're going to see Spence and Hisoka coming from behind, looking at Site A, while the rest of the Pioneers are going to rotate over to Site B. Watch for the opening. Smoke does come out. Neon Wall's going to come out, but Weenie Hut Jr. is going to fall, and so will Wave. Edible Drywall. So all 3 of the Pioneers there do go down.
Last player standing.
Toxin screen down.
And that looks like just a matter of gunfights. Ahsoka's the only one remaining.
30 seconds left.
Just not getting any hits with that sniper. And just another round for Manchester.
It was a bit of a save round for Marietta because they did choose to use weaker guns. But now that Marietta has had that save round, they are able to buy better guns now. So, even if, with the ultimate advantage, Marietta still has a chance here.
And it looks like Manchester is going to be calling a timeout. But here's what gets scary for Marietta. They only have 1 ultimate ready, And Manchester has 4. They only need to win 2 rounds to secure the map.
However, Marietta is close to getting more ultimates. As you can see there, 3 of them are 1 point away from getting their ultimate. So they're not really that far behind ultimate-wise. They're just forced to use the Killjoy ultimate first.
Right, but they need to take this round, otherwise the pressure's going to be on in the next round. I have no idea what everyone's going to be talking about, but I mean, a lot of it I think is just maybe it's just getting caught, ability usage. They're going to have to see if they can make some adjustments in these last couple of rounds, because it's been back and forth this entire map.
Right there.
The Toxic Ball is going to be coming out. Another Toxic Ball is going to be coming out. Spence and Edible Drive will get 2 down already. And Hisoka's going to get a headshot on the chamber. Marietta gets the spike planted, and they're up right now 5-2. And now they're getting some ultimates. Although they're probably going to try to save the Edible Drywall does fall. But Hisoka's going to get taken down.
There. There.
And they might just kind of hang on by the spike. Wave gets 1 down, gets 2 down. And they do get away. A very much needed round for the Pioneers.
Yes, indeed. And just like that, they've caught up with ultimates.
And even Spence almost has his ultimate ready. They have very well executed. So now I think it's going to come down to who better utilizes their ults that'll take the map. So Marietta is looking at sites B. And the KO ult is going to be coming out. Seeing all that suppression going on. So Mariette's just going to have to wait a little bit.
Here.
And so ultimate has faded. And the Killjoy ult is coming out. And we see the Brimstone ult coming out for Manchester. And this is going to be Marietta's opportunity to rotate to Site A. Although Spence does get taken down. Hisoka at 7 hit points. But Wave is going to take down 1-2 using the Neon ult. Hisoka will start the plant. Edible Drywall gets 1 down.
Take this.
But Wave gets taken down.
But the rest of Manchester is pretty low in health now, so...
Yeah, Chamber is extremely low. KO is just a little bit above half health. Edible Drywall kicks down the KO, so it's just the Chamber. And I think Marietta is going to be able to secure this round. Putting out a Poison Cloud just to be safe. And Marietta is now at map point with 3 ultimates ready to go.
Match point.
Manchester did use 3 of their ultimates in that round. Marietta only used 2.
Yeah, and 2 of those ultimates they didn't get a lot of value of. KO popped the ultimate, and while Marietta suppressed, they just kind of hanged around and didn't try to expose themselves anywhere. And the Brimstone ult everyone was able to dodge.
Here.
So Marietta is in a very good position if they utilize their ults wisely.
Concussing. Can't use that.
Suppression did go out. And already going to pop the Breach ultimate. And Spence does fall. But so does Hisoka. So that's already 2 down for the Pioneers. And their 2 ultimates go down as
Spike
well.
down,
Weenie Hunt
B.
Jr. falls, so
Last
it's
player
just Weenie
standing.
Edible Drywall. An ultimate does come out, but not going to get a lot of value of it. I'm actually surprised that they popped the ultimate there, because I would think they would want to hang on to it, because it just seems like Manchester has secured the round.
Well, after this round, it is
30
overtime,
seconds left.
and
That makes
ults reset.
true. But it comes back to what we were saying earlier, they had ultimates and they weren't able to utilize the ults, and we're going to be looking at an overtime.
Seconds left.
And Manchester will tie it up.
Switching sides.
Edible
Overtime.
Drywall was put into a position where it really didn't matter if he made a move or not, because if he made a move, he's running into a 1v4. If he
Right
takes
there.
gets the kills and wins the round, then he wins the game. But if he doesn't make a move or he goes in and dies, then it goes to overtime. So he was in a position where he could. The worst he could do was go to overtime. Take it to overtime.
Marietta will start on defense first.
All ultimates have been set to half, and everyone has been giving 8,000 in economy.
We're going to see Manchester is going to be looking at Site A, and it's just going to be Wave and Hisoka defending. And Marietta's going to need to start rotating. They have to know that Manchester's looking at A. We're going to see Spence is heading over. Hisoka does get one down. But he's going to fall. Spence is going to get picked off by KO. And Edible Drywall goes down.
Last player standing.
Wave is the only one remaining. And that's going to give Manchester a chance
30
to
seconds
rotate over
left.
to Site B.
Go, go, go!
Spike planted.
Gotta go!
Manchester will get the spike planted over on Site B. Expression does come out.
Take it
Gets
out.
one.
This! This way!
Oh, powerless.
The KO ultimate is going to be used. He does get one, but he's going to fall. Now Manchester's at map point.
Switching sides. Match point.
Marietta needs this to be able to take the map.
Both teams are in a position now where it's in overtime. Really, anyone can take a round. Because economy's all the same. Ultimates are everyone's in the same boat.
Edible Drywall goes down, and Sensoka also falls. And so 3 are instantly down for the Pioneers. And Manchester, in commanding fashion, will take that map in that last round.
Very unfortunate for Marietta, but it does seem like they choked a little bit there at the end.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking there, but it was definitely a critical flaw where they just kind of grouped up and Manchester was able to capitalize on it.
They just started making silly mistakes and it cost them the game.
But all right, so we're gonna take a quick break. The next map will be, I think it was Ascent, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick break and we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, and welcome back. We are already starting up on Ascent. So Marietta will be defending first.
Immediately I see the Astra pick. It's always a strange pick to me, because of how difficult Astra is to use sometimes. You have to be like really quick thinking, because whenever you're putting down your smokes or stuns or whatever, you're completely vulnerable. So you got to be really smart whenever you play Astra. Maybe having Cypher on the other side could also be interesting.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Cypher being utilized at all this season.
Cypher's one of those characters that's more information based. A lot of communication necessary whenever you're playing Cypher.
And we see Spencer's going to be bringing out the Sky.
Select your agent.
Wave will be back on the Omen this time. And Edible Drywall does lock in at the Cypher.
Mixing it up a little bit for Marietta could be what they need to do to actually pull through and win a map. However, that Astra's going to be blocking off a lot of vision, so...
We're going to see Winnie Hut Jr. bring out the Raze instead of Killjoy this time. Alright, so Marietta will be defending first. So let's talk a little bit about Cypher, since we haven't really seen him a lot. So I know his big things like sensors,
This is a nice.
just kind of using that to get information, right?
His main ability is like his camera, which is like literally just information. That's all it does. It can you can hit somebody with like a little dart. It does show them through the map.
This should do.
He's got 2 tripwires, and then he's got 2 cage traps, which tripwires stun people if they walk through it, and the cage traps let Cypher know if somebody walks through it. So it's like a smoke; it blinds it off, but he knows if they walk through it.
Okay.
His ultimate, he throws his hat at down a dead enemy, and he can see everyone on the map for a few seconds.
So it's definitely a lot about vision. And we're going to see Wave did get picked off very early in the round, and Spence is going to fall. And Soka's going to take 1. Gets 2. Going to use that to heal. Winnie Hut Jr. gets taken down. So now it's a 2v2.
Enemy
But
remaining.
Hisoka takes down the
Spike down.
one, so there's only
Defenders
1
fall.
remaining. Although Hisoka's going to be careful. He took a big hit himself.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Edible Drywall gets taken down. But a great headshot with Hisoka, getting the 4K, and Marietta will take that first round.
Very unlucky for Edible Drywall there to get caught by that storm grenade, but very well played it on Hisoka to get that headshot and take that first round for Marietta.
Yeah, that was very clutch. I mean, the fact that Wave got taken down so early put Marietta at a major disadvantage, but Hisoka really stepped up there with the 4K. And that might just be the boost that Marietta needs to kind of roll through the game. Because it seemed like during the break there was a little bit disappointment from the Pioneers about their performance on the last map. So we'll see if that gives them the spark they need. It's looking like Manchester was eyeing site B, but they may be rotating around. Edible drywall with the Cypher. Going to try to see if we can figure out where Manchester is going.
Here, I found my wire. Cage triggered.
And he knows that right there, so he'll fall back. Wave catches one.
Spike down A.
And Spence is going to get one, but he'll fall. But Wave will get the KO.
30 seconds left.
And Hisoka getting one down, so only one remains for Manchester. And despite the reload, Wave is going to get the 3K.
I don't even know how that Killjoy got behind him there. Just that Killjoy pulled a Houdini or something and it somehow got behind him.
We would have to check the replay, but yeah, just able to walk around. But fortunately, Wave was able to take her down.
Very well played on Marietta's behalf. The Cypher getting the information on where they're at least two of them. So, like, Marietta had a very good idea on where they were.
We're already seeing the Cypher paying off. And we see Manchester is eyeing side A. And Hisoka's going to catch out the Jet. Wave is going to take down one. So that's already two down for Manchester. Although Hisoka's going to fall.
Cover going out.
We're going to see another smoke coming out for Omen. Manchester's going to be rotating around. Junior's got to be careful because on her left does get picked off. Manchester is going to be rotating around. 40 seconds remain.
Seconds left.
Blinding.
And Spence is going to get taken down. So it's just Wave and Edible Drywall left.
Spike planted.
Stealing sight. Shadows traveling.
Marietta's going to have to start moving towards the site soon. Edible Drywall was possibly going to peak. But Marietta's running out of time. I don't know if they're going to have time to defuse at this point.
Last player standing.
And Manchester will take the round.
Very unlucky for Marietta for Weenie Hut Jr. to get cut off like that and get picked off. Tying it up for Manchester gave them a big advantage. Especially since Marietta was on defense, being alive is that much more important.
Yeah, and they had an early lead, but they just got picked off. And Manchester was able to capitalize on it. We're going to see a 3-2 split by Manchester. Woman's going to be bringing out the smoke. We're using the camera to try to see if anyone is by that entrance. We're going to see the Jet and Reyna ults all coming out. Weenie Hut Jr. does get taken down, though. Well, Drywall gets one. This two.
Spike down.
Takes a hit, but he's still alive. And Hisoka's gonna get one down.
Thirty seconds left.
Manchester, they might be conceding the round because they're not rotating over. And Marietta's going to be rotating to site B, or actually this might be a juke. Oh, no, I think they're just going to have to concede the round.
10 seconds left.
At this point, they don't have time to get on site and plant and kill everyone who's all spread out on the map.
One enemy remaining.
In fact, Hisoka's just going to take them both down.
Functionality maintained. New mission.
Very well done for Hisoka right there. Just to kind of wait for them to make a move. They just happened to walk in front of them.
Marietta is up 3-1. Let's see if they can carry the momentum. Hisoka's already at 9-1-1, getting 2 charges of his ultimate with those 2 kills at the last round. But we do see a couple ultimates ready for Manchester. And Manchester's going all in right now on site B. Well, they're thinking about it at least. He's trying to throw out the grenades.
You should run.
There, out of charges.
Field Whale is going to come out for Manchester.
You are
And so will the KO ult. It's a 1-for-1 trade over at site B. Manchester is going to be
Spike
planting.
planted.
Now we're going to see Hisoka maybe looking at a flank. But he gets taken down, and so does Edible Drywall. Wave gets one. Spence is going to get one. So it's 2v2,
One enemy remaining.
and Wave gets the kill. So now they just need to move in. They got one left. And Spence gets the kill.
Very well played from Marietta. Hisoka did die on the flank, but I do not believe that Manchester would think that Wave would also be back there, ready to get kills and refrags.
But that just shows kind of like safety in numbers. So Wave was able to get the refrag and then head towards the site.
Thank you.
And now Marietta has 3 ultimates ready. Now Manchester, while they used 2 ultimates, they have 2 more ultimates ready to go.
And Marietta has 3 at their disposal, including the Cypher ult, which will come in handy.
Sorry, because you're saying like getting a lot of intel where everyone's at. Right now we're seeing kind of a split approach by Manchester. See, Lena Jr. is going to throw out the grenade, causes the Jet to dash away.
Cage
Meanwhile,
triggered.
Meanwhile, the other 3 from Manchester are heading towards Site A.
I must wait a moment.
But Omen comes in with the smoke. "33 seconds remained."
30 seconds left.
Marietta is remaining very patient to see if Manchester makes a move, because they're going to have to move in. And Spence is going to get one down, but Hisoka's going to fall.
You want to fight it?
10 seconds left.
And now Manchester's going to be making their move,
Cover going out.
Spike planted.
and they do get the spike down. Wave takes down one. Marietta's looking to defuse the spike. Spence.
One enemy
Wade gets
remaining.
one down. There's only one remaining. He's just right there. I think they're just waiting, but they need to start defusing.
Nowhere to run!
And a great play there by Wave to actually... Let's just stop, break that down for us a second right there. Popping the ultimate, and he got the headshot right before he used the ults. That's huge.
Very big play right there. Just kind of waiting it out, because at that point, like, you know he has ult, so it's like, you know he's gonna play for that. He's the last one alive. That's really his only option. You know where he's at, exactly where he's at, so just kind of wait it out. Don't risk it until you have to.
Yeah, great patience to wait as he was starting to use it and then goes in for the headshot. And that was a 4K for him. Now, Winnie Hunt Jr. does get taken out very early. So while the Pioneers are up 5-1, that is not going to deter Manchester at all, going all in for Site B. And they will start planting.
Spike planted.
Cover going out.
Uses the smoke, but Spence is going to fall. Wave gets one. Puts out another smoke. But he's going to get taken down, so it's just Cypher and Hisoka.
Last player standing.
A little bit of a firing squad right there.
Yeah, it's just we got numbers advantage. But Edible Drywall does at least take one down before falling.
At that point, he was about to go down either way, so if you can take one down with him, that is going to be very helpful.
Yeah. But that was just basically getting that early pick, and they were able to go all in on the site. So despite the lead, Marietta has to be careful about those early picks. It's still 5-2, but now 2 ults are ready for each side. Weenie Hunt Jr. almost, and Hisoka almost have their ultimates ready.
Get out of my way!
And we're going to see the Jet ult coming out already. And Spence is going to be able to determine that Manchester is going for site B. But Spence does get one down. It's actually the Jet, so neutralizing the ult there is huge. And that bot does get taken out, so that's going to reveal their location. The Killjoy ult does come out, Wave does fall. And the Killjoy gets 3 kills with that ultimate.
Spike planted.
Manchester does get the spike planted.
Still in sight.
It is going to have to make a play soon. But Hisoka falls, and Every Drywall gets one down. And gets taken down while reloading. And Manchester's starting to close the gap.
Very unfortunate for Marietta there, but Manchester was able to get the first pick of that round, so it gave them the advantage to, and the all clear to just sort of push in and just take down everyone else in their path.
Yeah.
Plus, with the Killjoy ultimate, that will help as well.
Yeah, we were talking before. It just seems like a lot of the rounds that Manchester's won, they got an early pick, and then they're just jumping right onto the site. Marietta has still their 3 ultimates ready to go. Soka takes one, but does not get the other.
Hawk out.
It's gonna teleport over.
Cover going out.
Manchester looks to be rotating over to site B. But Cypher is using the cameras to see. He is going to spot that.
30 seconds left.
Blinded.
Spence does get a kill. Winnie Hunt Jr. does fall though. But now we see Manchester looking to plant.
Spike planted.
Spence does get one down.
Blinding.
And Wave's going to be putting out a lot of smokes.
One enemy
Does get
remaining.
one, so there's only one remaining. And Edible Drywall gets the kill. So Marietta will secure this round.
Just the random shots through the smoke to get that last kill. They're in a position it's like they don't have to worry about like getting hit from another angle, so they can just spray through a smoke and get that kill and get the defuse. Go for it.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes, but they got the shots they needed. Now they're up 6-3. Still 3 ultimates ready to go. Wave did pop his ultimate though to teleport. Just gonna see if anyone comes by that opening. Winnie Hunt Jr. is gonna take one
Spike
down.
mid.
Bomb buddy out.
And taking out the spike carrier is huge, but Winnie Hunt Jr. is gonna get taken down herself. Wave is gonna get one. Hisoka gets one down before falling, but now it's a 2v2. Just Spence and Wave. KO ult is gonna be coming out to do mass suppression. And Manchester's going to take advantage of this to
Spike planted.
plant the spike.
Can't use that. Hawk out. Seek them out. Found one.
One enemy.
But now we see Edible Drywall takes out both of them. And that's a huge play there for Edible Drywall. And Marietta will secure another round.
Very smart to use the smoke to the cage trap to kind of blind the vision a little bit so you can drop down and just follow the Sky ultimate right to them.
Yeah, great usage of their ults. So Marietta had to burn a couple ults, but it was definitely worth it to secure the round. Now Cypher still has his ultimate ready. And Manchester does have 2 ready to go. Yeah, it looks like Manchester is going to be eyeing Site B. And as soon as they go in, Marietta will be aware of it because of the tripwires. And Spence gets picked off very early. I don't think they're going to need the tripwire to know where they're at.
On my wire.
You should run.
Takes a hit. Killjoy's going to be popping her ultimate.
You are divided.
And the Astro ultimate is going to come out too.
They're going to start planting the spike.
Spike planted.
Here.
Ahsoka's going to be looking for a flank from behind. but is going to get caught. And picked off. Although Edible Drywall is going to use his ultimate to get one down, but he's going to fall.
Last player
So
standing.
Wave is the only one remaining. Gets one down, but there's still 3 to go.
Shadows traveling.
And gets picked off from behind. Manchester will take the round.
Last
It
round
did seem like
before the
every
switch.
ultimate that was at both teams' disposal was popped in that round. I don't remember seeing the Cypher ult.
Yeah, he popped it to see where everyone's at, but didn't get a lot of value from it, unfortunately. It is the last round before the swap. Marietta's still up 7-4. I know Manchester's taking their time. They're kind of doing a 2-2-1 split. So could try to go for the headshot, doesn't get it, has to fall back.
Caught one.
And a huge play there by Weenie Hut Jr. to take down the Jet, but Hisoka is going to go down.
Blinded.
But Weenie Hut Jr. is going to fall. Right now it's 3v4. Wave does get one down. Less than 30 seconds to go in the round.
Time to hunt.
Wave is going to, Spence is going to try to find, but not going to find anyone. But Spence is going to get picked off
10
by the
seconds
Killjoy.
left.
And Manchester is going to get the plant off.
Spike planted.
But Wave gets one.
Player
But he gets
standing.
picked off, and it's just edible drywall in a 2v1.
One
He
enemy
does
remaining.
get the Killjoy, but now he's got to find the last person.
Cage triggered.
Suspecting that someone's underneath, but not going to see anyone. But he's running out of time.
This is no problem.
He gets the kill, but I don't think there's going to be enough time to defuse.
It's gonna be close. Does not look like it though. Nope.
Just
Very
off by
close, though.
yeah.
It's a little bit faster.
Well, part of us, he
Switching sides.
thought that they were underneath because they'd done that before. So he had to take his time to see if anyone was there. Didn't find anyone. If it weren't for that, probably would have gotten there a little bit sooner.
Very
Yeah.
unlucky right there.
Yeah, so it is 7-5. Now Marietta is going to be on offense. But they do need to take this map, otherwise Manchester will take the series. So we'll see if Marietta can maintain their lead.
Already, they are in a little bit of a better position than they were last map.
Gonna use that tripwire in case there's any flanks from behind. But Wave gets taken down early. But Hisoka's gonna get a headshot himself. But Weenie Hunt Jr. falls. And Hisoka gets taken down. Those look like headshots, but Manchester will take the round. They get the spike planted, but everyone fell in the process.
very close round right there, but it did come down to just who was winning the gunfight, and Manchester was the one winning them.
Manchester is looking to close the gap. They've won 3 rounds in a row, and they already have an advantage for this round, so they can very easily tie it up.
Let's make some chaos.
Maria's going to go all in on site B.
Cover going out. Shadows traveling.
And using dual clouds to work their way into the site. The Hisoka's, and they get punished by being grouped up together.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Little bit of a questionable play right there for Marietta. I can see what they were going for. They were trying to get up close and get that door closed off, completely seal off that angle.
But by being grouped up like that, Manchester was just able to pick them off one by one. And now it's tied up, and Manchester is going to have a huge econ advantage. Marietta's going to be looking at the middle. The wave is going to get one. Hisoka's going to take down one. But falls to the Killjoy. Weenie Hut Jr. takes one down, but Edible Drywall falls.
That spike carrier's down.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
And Spence is the only one remaining. Has to reload. Got to find cover.
Pull cat.
30 seconds left.
And with the spike down, Spence is not going to be able to plant. And does get picked off by Jet. And now Manchester's going to take the lead.
In that kind of situation, whenever the other team has an op, it's dangerous to peek any angle at that point. You got to be really careful whenever peeking angles against an op.
And it looks like Marietta may be planning to save on this round. They're not really investing on any major weapons. They're seeing Spence and Wave getting a couple items, but it's looking like it's going to be an econ round for Marietta.
Going out.
They're taking their time. Wave does get taken down. Soka will fall.
Spike down B.
Spence does get one.
Wrong buddy out.
Also throws out the grenade, but she's going to fall, and Spence is the
30
only one that's
seconds left.
remaining.
Pull cat. Blinded. Down
Spence
wave.
does get one. That's his second kill for the round. But he's going to fall. But we knew that was going to be a lost round with him saving, but trying to see what if they get some picks.
Yeah, get as many kills as you possibly can in a save round, so that's less econ you have to worry about later. However, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, and Marietta will call a timeout. Because now Manchester's up by 2. And it's been all Manchester for 6 rounds now.
Marietta does have 2 ultimates at their disposal, and Manchester has 1. So they do have a little bit of an ultimate advantage.
And Edible Drywall almost has his ultimate ready. Now, Killjoy for Manchester almost has an ultimate ready as well. But yeah, they do have the ultimate advantage, and they're going to need to use those to get back into the map.
Especially that Sky Ultimate. That Sky Ultimate can get a lot of information from Marietta.
So Marietta is now going to be investing in some more weapons. We'll see if they can utilize their weapons, utilize their abilities, utilize their ults. Because they're going to need to find a way to get back into this.
There.
They're going to take their time over to Site A. Have to be careful here.
There.
Edible Drywall gets picked.
Strike down A. Cutting their vision. Still in sight.
And Ahsoka will pop the ultimate. They get the door down. They're starting to plant. The wave is going to get one down, but Manchester's getting quite a few down and using the high ground to their advantage. Wave gets one down, but they never actually get the spike planted. Gets 3K.
30 seconds left.
But he's at literally 1 hit HP. And he's going to just pick off through the smoke.
Very unlucky for Marietta right there. They got on the site pretty easily, actually. It was a very fast entry. However, Manchester was ready for that, and they were just ready to get picks. Left, right, and center.
Yeah, just I mean, they were up on the upper level, so they just need to see everything underneath them. Ahsoka did pop his ultimate, but Marietta has 3 ultimates, and they're going to have to start using something. Like, they did use 1 ultimate last round and just didn't get much out of it.
There.
Ahsoka does spot the KO. And it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Wave's going to have to fall back. And Spence is going to fall. And Wave gets picked off. Seconds remain. Edible Drywall does take down the KO. That may be Marietta's opportunity to plant the spike. And they do get the spike planted.
Need help.
both drywalls using that cover to protect him. Benito Jr. does take down one.
Last player standing.
And double drywall falls, and Manchester's going to have enough time to plant the defuse the spike.
Very unlucky for Marietta right there. They had it, the spike planted and everything, and brought it back down to 2v2. However, they just lost the gunfights and were unable to hold it.
So it's still been all Manchester for 8 rounds. Marietta was up 7-3 at one point, but Manchester has been working their way back. Now Marietta has 4 ultimates, still haven't used any.
Here.
And they're just 2 rounds away from losing, so they're going to have to find a way to get back into the game.
Feeling safe.
Trying to use that cover. Wave is going to teleport in. Tries to blind Manchester. Marietta gets the spike planted, but everyone's still up. Silverwood's going to come out. It's a 1-for-1 trade, although the Silverwood's taking out 2 of the Pioneers.
I've got your trail.
Spence is going to be using his ultimate, but it might be a little too late.
Player standing.
Hawk out. Placing sense blinded.
And Manchester will take another round.
Very unlucky for the Pioneers right there. They did get it planted down pretty quickly with all 5 of their members alive. However,
Match
Manchester
point.
also had all 5 people alive. So at that point, all they had to do was rush onto site with their ultimates and get kills. That's what won them that round.
Now, Marietta still has 2 ultimates. KO and StoneXL do have ultimates almost ready to go, but Marietta has to do something. It's a do or die moment. And they're going to have to do a huge sweep if they want to stay in the match. Losing 1 round is going to be enough to give Manchester the win. And there's a 1-for-1 trade over by Site B. But Wave's going to get picked off.
Bomb buddy out.
And with only 2 left for the Pioneers.
Last player standing. Spike down. Defender spawn.
And that'll be it for Marietta. On that map, they started out really low. They had like a, I don't know, like a 3-point lead, 4-point lead.
It was a 4 lead because they were up, I think 7-3. But what happened was just after that, I don't know exactly what happened with the communication or the mindset. But as soon as they started losing rounds, it just kind of went into a spiral and they never recovered from it.
Yeah, Manchester was just able to snowball rounds left, right, and center, and there's just Marietta just couldn't keep up today.
All right, so that's going to be it for us for today. So I mean, kudos to Manchester for playing very well. Tomorrow, our Fortnite team will be returning for the second split. That'll be at 3 o'clock, so please be sure to come back to check it out. For all the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College Esports, please be sure to follow us here on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Thank you for all the follows and subscriptions. Shoutouts again to HyperX